I'm going to be reviewing Family Feud, the 2010 edition on the Nintendo Wii. Family Feud, for most of you that know, is a game show that's been on for many years now, where you enter as a family and you answer questions. Basically, the whole idea of the show. And it's had numerous video game adaptations of it, this being the latest one. Basically, the gameplay of the game is not really, it's basically just you answering questions. That's all it is. You basically answer the surveys, and that's pretty much all it is. It's just answering questions like the game show. And actually, it's quite fun playing and answering those questions, especially with other people. The presentation, the graphics of the game, they're not the best, but they're not the worst. They're a little bit low. I'm not the graphics person, the person that cares about graphics much, but I'm just saying on average side of graphics, they're not the best. They're decent, but they're not the best. The sound of the game was okay. It's pretty good. Basically, the sounds you'd hear in the actual show, basically about basically hearing the sounds when you miss questions, when you get questions. The only thing that's different from the show is that they don't have any of the actual announcers. They just have some generic announcer asking you questions. The story of the game, there actually is technically no story. It's just a career mode where you take your created person with their family through facing like 12 different families, and as you go up the ranks facing more families, they get a little bit tougher and no more questions. The beginner families are actually quite easy. And once you get to the last family, the Baker family, which took me a while to beat that family a couple times because they pretty much get almost all the questions, you beat the game. It only took me like 2-3 days, so there's not really much replay value in the game. So pretty much, if you're hoping, unless you play with other people, it really wouldn't be much of a buy, I don't think. This multiplayer, I found this game quite fun playing with other people though. Yeah. So basically, in the end, I think this game's pretty fun. It's not so long a game though, so I recommend maybe 1 or 2 time rentals, unless you enjoy playing a lot with your family and friends. There's a lot of questions. I've only seen a couple repeats, so basically there's probably more than the ones I've seen. The only thing is, I think the one that was on the PS2 a couple years ago is a slightly better version of this game, because the only thing unlockable in this game is actually clothes to buy. In that game, you can unlock like old stages, like the original, like set of Family Feud and whatnot. And this one doesn't have 5 members of the family; it only has 4. And you can't create an entire family. You only create one person every time you go in with them. They have a generic family, so basically, those are some of the things that were in the last game. I'm sure they were in the past games too. And these are the only 2 I've played though. So basically, in the end, I give the gameplay of this game an 8 out of 10. The presentation, the graphics of this game, a 5 out of 10. The sound of the game, a 7 out of 10. The story of it, even though there's not much of a story at all, a 6 out of 10. And the multiplayer, a 9 out of 10. So in the end, I give this game about a 7 out of 10. Although I might slightly say 6.5 to 7 out of 10, but 7 more likely. But if in that range though, it's a fun game, and if you're in a Family Feud, I recommend you play it. Maybe not buy, but rental at least. And basically, it is quite a fun game that actually is quite fun with other people. So that's my review, and I'll see you guys later.
We like to party. We like to party.